You are listening to the Cricket Corner podcast with me, Vatsal Vora. 8-0. Yes, 8-0. That's the 8th time India have defeated Pakistan in a 50-over World Cup. Hello and welcome back to the Cricket Corner podcast with me, a happy and enthusiastic Vatsal Vora, after India have secured a 7-wicket victory over arch rivals Pakistan in Ahmedabad. What a performance, and once again it was led by Rohit Sharma. Rohit Sharma takes India to a victory not only by scoring runs with the bat but by also being one of his best performances as a captain on the field. 8th victory in a 50-over World Cup. That means India have now surpassed Liverpool's 7-0 win over Manchester United. They lead Pakistan by 8-0 now. 1992, 1996, 1999, famous 2003 victory. Then there was the 2011 semi-final win in Mohali, 2015 in Adelaide thanks to Virat Kohli, 2019 win in Manchester, and now 2023 win in Ahmedabad. It has been a complete massacre as far as the Indian side is concerned. India winning the toss, electing to bowl first, and then restricting Pakistan to just 191 runs. Excellent performance by the bowlers, excellent fielding, and once again excellent batting to chase down the target in just 30.3 overs and claiming their third consecutive victory in the 2023 Cricket World Cup. I am losing superlatives as far as Rohit Sharma is concerned. He showed what he can do with the bat against Afghanistan with that wonderful 131 runs, and now he's done it again. Not quite a century which we all expected him to hit today. He scored 86 runs today of a mere 63 deliveries, but 6 fours, 6 sixes in that innings, some beautiful pull shots, some pick-up flick shots over square leg for 6, down the ground for 6s as well, and a complete performance from the Indian skipper. He was joined well by the likes of Shubman Gill, Virat Kohli, Shreyas Iyer with a half century as well, and KL Rahul just stabilizing the innings when they lost the Indian skipper. But I feel like the credit for this Indian win should go to the bowlers as much as it should go to Rohit Sharma as the batsman and as the skipper. I think Rohit Sharma as the skipper took the initiative, and it was Rohit Sharma as the batsman who finished off Pakistan in Ahmedabad. Rohit Sharma as the skipper was just magnificent today, and you could see it by how he was utilizing his resources. He was using reviews to the best, and some of the 2 reviews he took were wickets. And he utilized his resources, as I said, brilliantly. The bowling changes he made was just outstanding, bringing in the likes of Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Siraj in the middle overs to cut down Pakistan's run-scoring flow. Let's start by talking about the Pakistan innings now. We have talked about the Indian win. We'll talk about the Pakistan innings. We'll talk about the Indian innings, and we'll talk about what's happening for Team India as they head into the latter stages of the World Cup. To be honest with you, Pakistan did make a very, very good start. Abdullah Shafiq and Imamul Haq put on a 41-run partnership of 8 overs. They lost the first wicket in the 7th over. That is, they lost Abdullah Shafiq to Mohammad Siraj. But then Imamul Haq was partnered brilliantly by Babar Azam, and when Ul Haq was dismissed, Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan tried to stabilize the innings. I think Pakistan were dismissed by 191, and we'll talk about their collapse in just a moment. But credit where credit is due. I think Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan played really, really well. If you personally ask me, Babar Azam scoring 58 deliveries, and Mohammad Rizwan one short of his half century, 49 of 69 deliveries. When Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan were at the crease, I think the pressure was little on the Indian camp, if I'm perfectly honest with you, because both of them are really good when they form a partnership. Both know each other's gameplay really, really well, and it kind of showed in their short innings, in their partnership of around 80 odd runs there. Babar Azam, as I mentioned, was not in his best of forms heading into this game against India, but he showed why he is a class act, and credit where credit is due, his innings was magnificent. But then, however, when it looked like Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan can take Pakistan to a total well above 280, 290, maybe even cross the threshold of 300, I think Rohit Sharma as a captain turned up and he gave the ball to Mohammad Siraj, who didn't have the best of the opening spells. I think Abdullah Shafiq and Imamul Haq had his number in the very first spell, but he backs his bowler Rohit Sharma, giving the ball to Mohammad Siraj once again, and then he picked up the all-important wicket of Babar Azam, cleaning him up in the 30th over. And that is where the Pakistan collapse began. They were 155 for 2 and they were bowled out for 191, which means that they've lost their 8 wickets in the span of just 36 runs. That is incredible bowling from the Indian contingent. Not only the spinners, but the fast bowlers as well, producing the wickets there. And there is no standout Indian bowler as far as the wicket column is concerned, because Bumrah, Siraj, Hardik Pandya, Kuldeep Yadav and Ravindra Jadeja all picked up 2 wickets each to dismiss the Pakistani batsmen for 191 runs of 42.5 overs. As I said, 2 wickets each for all 5 of the bowlers. Shardul Thakur did bowl, but he was just given 2 overs, so we are not counting him in this talk. But it was just mesmerizing to see. There was no standout bowler because everyone contributed perfectly, contributed equally, and you can see it from the wickets column when all 5 of them have 2 wickets each. However, if I had to pick a standout bowler, it is definitely Jasprit Bumrah, the man of the match. He's just been given the man of the match as we are recording this podcast. Jasprit Bumrah, 7 overs, 1 maiden, 2 wickets for 19 runs, and the 2 wickets he took were just breathtaking to watch. He dismissed Mohammad Rizwan and then he dismissed Shadab Khan. Both of those wickets were so identical to each other that you cannot define one by not talking about the other. They were identical in nature. Bowling off cutters, pitching in the good length kind of an area, off cutter, ball slightly moving inside and clipping the top of off stump on both of those occasions. As a fast bowler, when you're growing up, you are always told by your coaches that you should aim for the top of off stump. And that is exactly what Jasprit Bumrah did to dismiss both Rizwan and Shadab Khan. I think the coach which made Jasprit Bumrah into a fast bowler will be looking at the match from his television and would be feeling really, really proud, because he did exactly what he would have taught someone like Jasprit Bumrah: target the top of off stump, and the way in which he did was just magnificent. The ball coming in slightly, it felt like he was spinning the ball, but those are the off cutters he's really, really good at, and it was just beautiful to watch. Jasprit Bumrah, picking up Rizwan and Shadab Khan, as I mentioned. Kuldeep Yadav once again amongst the wicket, picking up the wickets of Shaud Shakil and Iftikhar Ahmed, not allowing the Pakistani lower middle order to settle in and getting them really, really quickly. The wicket of Iftikhar Ahmed was down when he tried to bowl down the leg side. Iftikhar trying to sweep that one, but the ball just cannoned onto the stumps. Hardik Pandya also picking up 2 wickets like all other bowlers have. He picked up the all-important wicket of Imamul Haq before he could settle in. Imamul Haq scoring 36 of 38 deliveries, and then picking up the wicket of Mohammad Nawaz towards the end of the Pakistani innings. I think this is the second time I would say that the Indian bowling has outperformed the Indian batting, because credit where credit is due. I think it was the Indian bowling which helped India beat Australia in the very first game at Chennai a week ago now, restricting them to just 200 runs and then allowing India to chase down 201 with relative ease. And the Indian bowling has once again done wonders to them. Jasprit Bumrah is he's probably the pick of the bowlers as far as this World Cup is concerned. 2 wickets against Australia, 4 against Afghanistan, and now 2 wickets again for India against Pakistan. He is just out of this world. And the way Indian bowlers bowled was just magnificent. And credit to Rohit Sharma as well for rotating the bowlers and not allowing the Pakistani batsmen to settle in and target just one of them. But then 192 to chase down in 50 overs in a packed Narendra Modi Stadium. There was always going to be one winner, and that was India. Shubman Gill returned from his dengue, opening with Rohit Sharma once again, and once he showed his class. Four magnificent boundaries. He didn't run a single run there. He scored 16 runs before being dismissed by Shaheen Shah Afridi. 16 of 11 deliveries. He scored 4 boundaries along the way. 3 of them were some of the best cover drives you will ever see in world cricket, and it didn't look like he's coming back from his illness. He found his feet with relative ease. He loves playing in Ahmedabad, and he showed it time and time again how well he can channel his inner IPL form for Gujarat Titans in this venue, and he's done exactly that. As I mentioned, India chasing down the total with relative ease. Shreyas Iyer scoring a 53 of 62 deliveries, 3 boundaries and 2 sixes along the way, 2 mammoth sixes down the ground, if you are wondering how he got those ones. And it's really good to see him returning to form as well. It's almost like the onslaught which the Indian batsmen faced up against the likes of Stark and Hazelwood in their opening game against Australia, when we got 3 wickets down for just 2 runs, with Rohit Sharma, Ishan Kishan and Shreyas Iyer, all 3 of them being dismissed for a duck. I think it was a much needed wake up call for all of them. Yes, Ishan Kishan didn't play today, but he did have a wonderful innings of 47 against Afghanistan in the previous game. So that was his wake up call as well. And it proved that the dismissals of Shreyas Iyer, Rohit Sharma and Ishan Kishan to an extent as well was just a one-off, and it won't be happening time and time again, because Shreyas Iyer looked in complete command today. He came in when India lost Shubman Gill and Virat Kohli and were 79 for 2. 79 for 2, it's all right. You are not under immense pressure with 120 odd runs needed of 40 overs. That is never going to be a problem. But he came out there and he just calmed the nerves of each and every Indian fan watching, not only from the Narendra Modi Stadium but also on the televisions, because India has always shown tendency, be it one-day cricket, limited overs cricket or in test cricket, that their middle order can be a little shaky and can be rattled if they are under pressure. But Shreyas Iyer made sure that didn't happen, and he really batted really well and formed a really important partnership with Rohit Sharma towards the middle overs there. And when Rohit Sharma was dismissed, the score was already 156 and India barely needed 40 odd runs to win. And KL Rahul coming in 19 not out of 29 deliveries, stabilize the innings, make sure there is no wicket falling down towards the lower order, not allowing the likes of Hardik Pandya and Ravindra Jadeja to come in. Just calmly, coolly plays alongside Shreyas Iyer, allows him to get his half century. And when Shreyas Iyer's on 49, India needed 4 runs. You know what happens next. India win it by scoring yet another boundary. Magnificent performance. And as much as the credit deserves to all 11 Indian players that they played really, really well, each and every one of them contributing, be it with the bat, be it with the ball, or be it with the field. But the credit should also go down to the Ahmedabad crowd. Special mention to the crowd at Ahmedabad coming in so early for this all-important game. There was obviously a lot of issues with the ticketing side of things a month ago, but those who were lucky to get tickets, they were all coming down in numbers, and it was a sea of blue. If you have seen the pictures on social media or on television, they came out in numbers. The whole stadium was wrapped in the blue color, and the atmosphere was just top notch. The DJ at the stadium was playing some beautiful music, some patriotic songs here and there, and it was magnificent. There were some big celebrities in the crowd as well. The likes of Saurav Ganguly was present there, Sachin Tendulkar was there, Home Minister Amit Shah was there as well. So it was a cricketing carnival in which India prevailed in the end, and it was I think the best case scenario that anyone would have imagined. Get Pakistan out cheaply, score quick runs, score some beautiful shots, which Rohit Sharma did, so did Shubman Gill. Even Virat Kohli scored a breathtaking cover drive as he scored those 16 runs of 18 deliveries. Yes, did Virat Kohli give his wicket away a little cheaply? I would say so. He tried to pull a relative short ball from Hassan Ali, and he tried to pull it straight instead of pulling it towards square leg, and it was easily taken at mid-on by Mohammad Nawaz. Was it? Yeah, Mohammad Nawaz. He scored 16 of 18 deliveries as mentioned, 3 fours along the way. He did look like he's in control, but that was one shot too many in my opinion. It was completely unnecessary because India was really playing well, and in an ideal scenario the Indian fans and the Indian management would have loved both Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, two of the most senior players in the squad, to take them to a victory against their arch rivals in the form of Pakistan. But unfortunately for Team India, that wasn't the case. But apart from that, I cannot pinpoint any flaw in this Indian performance as they romped to a 7-wicket victory with 117 balls to spare. Wow, just wow. Like it was the most complete performance, and I have said it time and time again on this podcast that not only did India did do well with the bat, but they also did well with the ball and in the field as well. The likes of Jadeja, Virat Kohli was up there as well, both of them fielding relatively, like they were fired up, and thanks to the crowd for that, it was magnificent to watch. But yeah, 2 more points. That means India have now picked up 6 points from their opening 3 matches. They are the second team to do so after New Zealand picked up their third consecutive victory by beating Bangladesh in Chennai. And I'm just looking at the points table, and India have surpassed New Zealand by virtue of having a better net run rate than the Kiwis. As things stand, Team India has a positive net run rate of 1.821, while New Zealand has a net run rate of 1.604. South Africa on third position has a much better net run rate than the Kiwis and the Indians. They have a positive net run rate of 2.360, but they have played just 2 matches and are yet to play their third game. But I think job's done as far as Team India is concerned. They have won their third consecutive match in this World Cup and have made a 100% start to winning as they look to win their first World Cup since 2011. We are not going to jinx that anytime soon here on this podcast. So India look favorites. I think I did record a podcast saying that India are the favorites, and so far so good as far as the men in blue are concerned. So yeah, They opened their campaign last Saturday against Australia. That was, I think, the 7th of October. Today is the 14th of October. So in the last week, they have played 3 matches against Australia, Afghanistan, and today against Pakistan. They do get some rest now. They are not playing for another 5 days now. So well-deserved rest as far as the Indian side is concerned. They will next face another subcontinent rivals in the form of Bangladesh on the 19th of October in Pune. That should be another win if I'm personally honest with you, because Bangladesh are coming into the game after 2 defeats. They did have that victory over Afghanistan, but since then they have lost to England and then to New Zealand in quite heavy fashion. So their next game against India will be very important because they will be in the need of a victory, but they will be coming up against an informed Indian side which looks invincible at the moment. A bit of break for Team India, a bit of break for me as well, but let's see what is the next episode. I am not quite sure. England play tomorrow against who are they against? I think they are against Afghanistan, aren't they, at Delhi? So that should be a run fest. So your weekend is sorted. You can just sit back, relax, watch England play next. I think that game is bound to have a few big shots and a few big totals. So that is coming up tomorrow if you are watching every World Cup match like I am. I will record this podcast, I'll edit the podcast, upload it, and then tune in to watch the Rugby World Cup, Argentina against Wales and Ireland against New Zealand. Completely irrelevant if you honestly ask me, but yeah, sports goes on, and once one World Cup is over, you tune in to watch the Rugby World Cup. That's how the weekend goes as far as my life is concerned. But hey, I'm happy. India have beaten their arch rivals Pakistan by 7 wickets thanks to a Rohit Sharma innings of 86 of 63 deliveries, 2 wickets each for Bumrah, Kuldeep Yadav, Jadeja, Mohammad Siraj and Hardik Pandya, 53 of 62 for Shreyas Iyer. He was not out in the end, and he ended the game by scoring a boundary down the ground to not only take India over the line but also record his first half century in this World Cup. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed the match, if you liked what I said on this podcast, then make sure you're giving me those wonderful 5-star ratings on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Make sure you're following the podcast as well so you get notified whenever I'm uploading the next episode. However, for the time being, this is me, Vatsal Vora, signing off after a brilliant Indian victory. Ciao for now.